Live.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion.
Did you notice how the video skipped a little bit when you were watching it?
There was one video I did see it skipping on. It was a YouTube video.
And what happens is the video processor, whatever it is, it was trying to do the video, and if there's commercials or something in the, like on the sidelines of the articles, you know how they run the scroll stuff on the side, it'll you know,
be too much for it.
Yeah, computer just can't figure out too much.
If you think what we're asking them to do just for this little show, it's a lot. It's a lot you're asking the computer.
I know. That's why, you know, that's what happens. All right, here we go. Go to camera 0. Okay, and then I'll try to do most of the switching. Okay. If you think about it, when you get to, if we're talking about an article or something, you might want to just reach over there and hit. I don't know. We'll work through this one. All right, here we go.
What, 4 or 5?
I would do 4, always 4, unless otherwise noted. Okay.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, Zoom is on fire. Oops, I mean, you're on fire. I mean, hold on. You're fired on Zoom. Also, no new generators in California, but it's not what you think. Also, do you need a snack before bed? This might be the bed you need. And also, is IT Dan losing his mind? All this and much, much more will be discussed here on Deacon Live. How are you? How are things? And over to my far right-hand side we'll find out if he's lost his mind or not. IT Dan, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
We are broadcasting from the COVIDSapien.com studios. For more information on that, go to COVIDSapien.com and check out those guys as well. We have them here on the show. So Dan, here we go. Before I continue, don't forget to go over to ProphetRadio.com, PROPHET radio. We have the worst Christmas songs. I know it's Christmas time, and no one wants to listen to Christmas music or anything like that. They want to hear like good music, and they want to hear good songs and stuff. Well, do me a favor. Go over to ProphetRadio.com. We have the worst Christmas songs played by the best bands in the world. We've got punk rock bands that play songs, some songs that they've made up. We have metal bands, EDM, rap, hip hop, all these different artists that you didn't even think were out there. And there's some, kind of classics out there. It's like, Mama got run over, or Grandma got run over by a reindeer, and all that stuff. You can go over there at ProphetRadio.com and check that out as well. And while you're over there, Dan, you know that we do not do New Year's resolutions, and we're about 3 weeks out of the new year.
I've never been one for those.
So we actually do New Year's predictions for 2022, and I'll go back over what we predicted that would happen this year and see if it came true. But to get yours in, the way you do that is you go over there and click on the Be Heard section, opens up a little microphone, talk right into your Bluetooth, not your Bluetooth, your camera, not your
microphone.
Microphone. So much technology around here. And leave us a message, and we'll play it on the end of the year, the very last show of the year, and all your predictions. And predictions are like, I think someone's going to, I think Joe Biden's going to break his leg, or something stupid like that. Or rainbows are going to put, things in the air or something like that. So that kind of prediction. Dan, do you have a prediction for next year that you just kind of give us an idea or a sample?
Oh, I haven't thought of anything, but give me a second. I'll think of something crazy.
Well, while you're thinking about that, Dan, have you got your Christmas shopping done?
Yeah, I finished it the other day.
What did you... Now, I know your wife sometimes listens to the show. Do you want to tell us what you got, or are you going to wait for this?
No, I already gave it to her early.
Oh, what did you give her?
I got her an Amazon Smart Plug.
What's an Amazon Smart Plug?
It plugs into your outlet, and you program it, and then I plug a lamp into it next to our bed so she can say, "Hey, Alexa, turn on the bedroom." And then she says, "Hey, Alexa, turn off bedroom light." And it turns the light on and off so she can get in bed and not have to reach over and shut the light out.
I was just going to say, does your wife not have arms or fingers?
No, she has arms, but it is a reach to get to the lamps.
Okay, so why don't you move the lamp closer?
No, we have a table there. It's in its bed, but no, and it's something she's always talking about, different things like that. I found it, and we're not the type to buy each other a lot of presents because during the year she'll find something she wants. She'll find a chair that she wants, or she found that
now, when you say
round chest.
you say chair, like it's like we all know what kind of chair. No, she buys these antique, wood graved, carved, eclectic look and fabrics and stuff.
Wing-back chairs
Yeah.
and stuff.
You're not just buying like a fellowship hall folding chair. Is what you're.
No. She finds beautiful chairs and love seats. She found she got a $450 curio cabinet
Right,
with
but-
all rounded glass. So we don't do Christmas. We do it when you find something, you go buy.
So you do Christmas all year round.
Yeah,
now back,
all year round.
Back
yes.
to this plug, Dan, because here's I've got a problem with this. I really do, Dan. So how much did you pay for this quote unquote smart plug?
Well, it was on sale for $2.49.
And how much is it normally?
That's like $28. I was looking up today.
Okay, so
Yeah.
20. Let's say you bought it brand new
Yeah.
outside of the Amazon sale or whatever. It's $28. So with tax, shipping, and all that stuff, let's say $30. Yeah, is that fair
Okay,
to say?
yeah.
And this, how many lights does it control? The whole room or just one light?
Just one light.
And it's got only one plug in it, right?
Yeah, and that's
Regular-
all I need for that room. Yeah.
So you spent $30 on something that has to hook up to your phone. So you have to have your phone on you at all times, right? You just can't, or you talk to Alexa and you have it.
That does it to Alexa.
Okay, so
Yeah.
verbally now you've got an Alexa device, which those are going on sale here too. So here's the thing: how often is this woman turning the light on and off?
Probably once a night.
Okay, so like once in the morning, once at night, or once at night, and before she goes to bed.
She probably turns it on at night, gets into bed, and shuts it off.
Okay, so that's on one time, off one time, and then that's it until the next 24-hour rotation, right? So you see where I'm going with this. They make timers, Dan. If they make timers where you can actually program that, you push the little pin in. Let's say she goes to bed at 8 o'clock, pushes the little pin in, and then you want it to go on at 8 o'clock, push the pin in, and then go off at like 8:30 or whatever, and then push the other pin in for 8:30 so it'll go off.
Neither of us have a set schedule when we go to bed.
Okay.
And actually, I did it last night, so it's actually twice a day we're getting to use it. I went to bed at 11:30. She went to bed at 3:30.
Okay.
So,
But did she turn the light on to wake you up? Because then I would be pissed.
I don't know if she did last night. I was sound asleep.
So you see what I'm saying? You spent $30 to control this lamp. I'm sure she probably paid $6 for the lamp, knowing her how she looks for bargains and everything.
She just bought two beautiful, heavy brass lamps, $6 a piece.
Right.
At Habitat Restore.
And this is probably one of those $6 lamps. So you got $30.
No, those are in a different room. But I know she got these lamps cheap. The ones she
Okay,
got.
so let's say $10. So you got $30 technological stuff, a modern time stuff.
Yeah.
Turning off this lamp that's $10 that you bought at a consignment shop.
Yeah.
It's probably from like the 1940s, 50s, even the 60s, and. It's just I don't think that's money well spent. I personally do not think, because you said the lamp sits next to her bed, right?
Yeah, but it's a reach for her.
What do you mean
Yeah.
it's a reach for her?
If to reach it from laying
Then
in the
put a
bed
different
over
lamp
the
in there.
table. Well, she wants the lamp centered on the table so it looks nice. And if you reach up,
So
underneath
convenience is not her prime objective as
No,
far as picking out
but it's
the
a-
layout of your land there.
we just got this purple mattress we lay on that we love it. Wouldn't it be nice to just be able to get in the bed, roll over, and say, Alexa, turn off the light?
Okay,
that's nice.
Now let's say, all right, Dan.
I'm not going to do the whole house. It's
Dan,
just for that one situation.
So she just wants the lamp strategically placed in the center of this thing. Now you paid $30 for this other thing.
Yeah.
I have another thing that you say you have different times that you guys go to bed. Here's another option for you, and you've probably seen this on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this right here. You ready?
You're not going to give me the clap, are you?
Clap on. That's it.
Yeah.
Clap off.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh,
right?
But you can say, and that probably costs more than this.
No. Because I've seen the sales where you can buy, and if you call now, we'll send you another 2 clappers for the low price of $19.97 or $95 or whatever it is. So you could have gotten 4 clappers and had them all over the house, and
Yeah, I'm fine. This is probably the only place we'll need it in the house or use it. I don't want to, we have tons of technology, but I don't need a smart, to go from room to room and tell you what to do. I don't need that.
you don't need it.
My light switches are really conveniently located in the house. I'm happy with that.
So the light switches are conveniently located in the house, but the lamp that your wife turns on and off all the time is out of not necessity. It's put in a weird, awkward place.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to wouldn't it be worth it getting you for Amy, no matter how much it costs to make her happy? That's to me.
No, because I would have to debate that. I said I'm not paying $30 so you can not roll over and turn the light off. We have two lights on either side of our bed, and the switch is on the cord.
$2.49.
Nope.
Cost me.
Sorry,
Yeah.
not doing it. Because something else will go, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. And you're like, Alexa, turn the lights off in the bedroom. Ordering new bedroom set. And you're like, no, wait. So, I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong. And then, of course, your light would get hacked. You've heard so many people getting it hacked, or your Alexa getting
those
hacked.
are people that do not have a good password on their router. Or
And someone's clicking the lights on and off in the bedroom, and people think you're having a techno party in there. All right, when we come back, as you can see, Dan is slowly losing his mind, and throughout this episode, you can hear it. And don't forget, we also have the Chinese scientists have come up with something that I think is well worth the technology that they're putting into it. We'll get into that as well. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
How am I losing my mind?
Because you're not hitting that like you're supposed to.
Hit the button over there.
I haven't started the program yet.
What movie you were watching yesterday? It was so good.
Are you making fun of me, Dan?
No, I was asking. You said you're in the middle of a movie.
So what you're saying is the question was, what movie were you watching that was so good that you couldn't talk to me?
Yes, how important was that movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
compared to yeah.
Do you know I called my friend up one time? And
The Edge of 17 is what I was watching.
that was a Stevie Nicks song, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting live just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. We broadcast from the COVIDSapien.com studios. Don't blame the Democrats or the Republicans, Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Blame the actual culprits of this widespread virus. For more information, go to COVIDSapien.com for more information on that as well. And over my far right-hand side is someone I blame all the time, IT Dan.
Yes, and thank you so much.
Now, Dan, when you get up in the morning, what time do you normally get up in the morning?
I've been getting up at about 5:45 every morning now.
And is that after you drink your vial of wine? Is that a craft of wine? Is that what it's called?
No, I have a cobalt blue glass, and I have a glass. I'm not sure how many ounces. Not maybe six.
It should say
8 ounces.
It should say on the bottom of the glass. No,
Okay.
Maybe not. I make things up all the time. Now, studies have shown that getting an actual cold shower is much better for you than a warm shower in the morning. Now, before I moved here to North Carolina, I lived in Florida boy, born and raised. I would take cold showers no matter what, because it was always not. When I say cold, I'm talking a little bit of lukewarm, like maybe 78 degrees if you were to put a thermometer in the water. Up here, because of these cold weather, it gets me to the bones. I love a nice hot shower.
Hot showers for me.
So a cold shower in the morning is a very unpleasant way to start your day, yet many have been tempted to take up the habit because of being immersed in cold water, as many have been reported good health benefits, both physical and mental. Cold showers were first administered for health reasons in the early 19th century when doctors designed them for use on asylum patients or prisoner inmates to cool hot, inflamed brains and to instill fear and tame impetuous wills. So basically, if you're horny, take a cold shower. They always said.
And those doctors were so on the ball back then.
Now, yeah, and a lot of athletes, you'll see them when they're done playing a game, they will sit themselves in a hot sauna. It looks like a big milking tub.
Yeah.
And then they'll jump right into a cold one. Heat their muscles and cool the muscles. So take it right here, Dan.
Yeah, a group of over 3,000 people was split into 4 groups and asked to have a warm shower every day. But one group was asked to end it with 30 seconds of cold water, another with 60 seconds of cold water, and another with 90 seconds of cold water. The control group could merely enjoy a warm shower. The participants were asked this protocol for a month, although 64 continued with cold water regimen because they liked it so much. After a 3-month follow-up period, they found that the groups that had cold water had a 29% reduction of self-reported sick leave from work. Interestingly, the duration of cold water didn't affect their sicknesses.
So they're saying basically, take a cold shower in the morning and get your body up and running, get your adrenaline, get some hormones going, get that better than a cup of coffee, sometimes they say.
Yeah, and I've I built a house in Vermont, and we had 4 months that we had showers that we were taking outside. I built a shower out of pallets, and it was just ice cold well water. And you take 30-second showers. It was.
But it will wake you up.
Oh yeah, but it was awful. Give me a hot shower any day.
See,
So-
I'm a before bed shower guy. You know, I like a nice hot warm shower. You know, if it's cool out, I'll take a warm shower. That way, I feel clean. I feel itchy if I don't take a shower before bed. My wife, she'll go to. I know this sounds gross. She'll work all day, at the desk and stuff, and then she will take a shower in the morning, unless she has like a horse lesson.
Everybody's
that day.
different. Everybody's different.
I can't go to bed dirty like that. Anyways, so over in China, you ever heard of those guys over there, right?
Yes.
So they've got a bunch of technological advances that they're working on right now. Scientists said they have caught China successfully changing the weather over there. China has successfully, literally changing the weather, as new studies claim. Researchers said that the Chinese Communist Party, where have we heard that before? Centennial celebration over the summer, weather authorities successfully modified weather above Beijing to clear the skies and reduce pollution at tens of thousands of. You all right, Dan?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. I heard you wheezing over there. I thought you were dying on me. You're not dying on me, are you? All right, just checking. Gathered for a commemorative ceremony in Tiananmen Square. Let's see, right there.
Yeah, they did so using cloud seeding technology, a long-studied but controversial process that involves shooting silver iodide particles into the clouds with the idea of attracting water droplets to modify the weather. The paper by China's university comes a year after reports that China was dramatically expanding its weather modification to a whopping 5.5 million square miles. So it's
by the year,
it's
by the year 2025, they're trying to work on this. Yeah. So is this going to be a good thing? That China could be seeding these clouds for rain.
I just don't know the downside of iodine, but we need water. I mean, there's a drought still out from Colorado and out west. They're still under drought in December right now.
But could you, first thing people think of when you change weather, they think military, like they can change it to snow on top of the troops or lightning storms on top of the troops or any kind of battlefield or anything like that.
I went to school with a kid, Tom Tropiano, at Lexington High. Mm-hmm. His father invented the snowmaker guns that they use for skiing. He created snow, and that was back in the 70s.
And where is he now?
Probably dead by now, but he was they were very, very rich for that.
Were they really?
Yeah, the snowmaking guns. So I don't find a problem with that. I think if they could find a way to get rid of the drought here, but I think the clouds only have what they have in it. We're not going to be creating moisture from somewhere it doesn't exist.
But what if you were to take the moisture from let's say over the ocean? Because, of course, there's a lot of moisture there. By the time it gets to the Midwest of the United States, of course, it's going to I hate to use the word dissipate, but it's going to dissipate. What if they could create bigger clouds and push them faster over to those barren states, like for the California fires and stuff?
There's something they need for the firefighters. There's a serious drought out there, even now when it's December.
Not only that, the Colorado River's dropping tremendously low. Even over the last 2 decades, it's dropping, I think, 4 feet. If you look at the wall, it's dropped 4 feet in the last 2 decades.
And Denver hasn't had any snow in about 230 days.
No, but Hawaii has. They had like a foot and a half of snow over there, which is weird. All right, so now because of the snow, I have a fireplace. Now I have a gas log, and for those of you who don't know what a gas log is, essentially it's a propane fake-looking log that doesn't give off the emissions of CO2. The log is designed to not emit carbon monoxide into your house.
Okay, it's designed to burn it all up.
Well, it's
a ventless?
Yeah, it's ventless.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a flume or anything like that. So I have if you look at the structure of my house, I have this huge center brick column that's a pass-through fireplace, but it's a gas log fireplace in the center. I don't have a physical flume out the top. Yeah. Strictly for, ocular purposes.
Oh, we have a beautiful gas log. It's direct vent, so it pulls fresh air from outside, burns it, and then vents out the middle of it. It's got a glass front on it, and you put
easy on the microphone.
You turn that on. It heats our house up. We have to shut it off at 20 minutes. It's too hot, and it's beautiful.
So for those, I'm sorry, Dan, not to cut you off, but for those of you that do have like natural wood burning fireplaces, my aunt in just outside of Orlando, downtown Florida. She's got a natural burning fireplace, which I'd never understood in Florida. Her house was built in the 60s, so maybe the climate was different then.
I love the smell of burning wood, though.
But they have a flume. They throw logs on it and stuff. And so they're telling you right now, because of people, you hear about people leaving on space heaters. You hear about people not tending to their fire pits or their fireplaces, and houses are burning up. Here's a list of stuff. This is just a warning for all you guys for putting on your fireplace, your natural wood burning fireplace. Take it right there. Take those first couple right there.
Yeah, these are things you don't want to use. Wet wood, which produces more smoke than seasoned wood, and that can cause creosote buildup, which causes fires inside your chimney. Household trash, including cardboard, plastic or rubber, styrofoam or foam, magazines, cereal boxes, printed boxes, or wrapping paper with colored ink.
So don't take all, after Christmas, stuff the fireplace full of your present wrappings in there and light the whole thing and let it go on fire.
These people, it's like people telling you not that wearing a Superman cape won't let you fly. This stuff, it's ridiculous. Do what you want to do.
Well, they also say don't have wood in there that's got any kind of paint or pressure treated on it, particle board, anything that had glue on it, driftwood, ocean driftwood, because the salt in the wood itself can corrode the inside of the fireplace, because it is like somewhat of an acid smoke as it goes up, and your column's made of brick, and it says manure or animal remains. So little Tweety, if he dies, don't throw him on the fire.
Yeah, and I've tried burning OSB, which is wood chips and glue, and that just sits there and doesn't burn. I've had it in the fire for days. It doesn't burn.
Well,
yeah.
Here at the Franch, we broadcast just outside of Charlotte. We sit on about 22 some odd acres here. We don't have garbage pickup, because garbage pickup, we're so far out here that they said every time we come by and empty one of those, open top bins, it's $36. And it's just my wife and I, and I'm like going, I'm not paying even $70 a month. I'm not paying $70 a month when we've got a landfill, 5 miles down the road that we can actually dump stuff in. So we do. I have a fire pit, and we burn all that stuff that says don't put in your fireplace. We have a pile in the house. I say a pile. It's a garbage can that's all burnables. Any cans, recyclable stuff goes in the recycle bin, and I take those down to the landfill.
So you helping global warming or not?
I don't know if I'm helping global warming. I don't think that does it matter. Does it matter, Dan?
Yeah, everything counts. You throw a rock in the ocean, that raises the water level.
But if you take it to the dump, and then it sits in the dump, and then they've got actually methane gas pipes, and you have to burn that stuff off, because as it biodegrades and stuff, it releases a methane gas. Have you ever seen the little pipes that stick out of the ground? They light the top of them to burn the methane gas off of them.
I've seen people light a fart. I haven't seen that. No.
Yeah, when they have these big, huge pipes, tubes that go down, and it's got like a resistor on it or something like that. Anyways, they have to light the flame at the top to burn the oil fields out in Kuwait. That's kind of, they burn all the top off of it, the methane. You don't care. No. Someone else that didn't care and doesn't know anything about fire. A man is in custody after a 50-foot Christmas tree just outside News Corp building in New York went up flames earlier today. Fox News security spotted a 49-year-old suspect climbing what the conservative network has dubbed the All-American Christmas tree in Fox Square on the Avenue of the Americas at around 12:14 this morning. Let's see. Here's a little video. Go to 4, Dan. And for every podcast we do have a matching video as well, and you can watch this video in real time as we're playing it here. So here's the video of the Christmas tree. And it's not the one that's in, what is it, Times Square? Not the big, huge Christmas tree?
Not the Rockefeller Center.
Yeah. This is probably, like they said, about 50 feet tall. And here it is. Oh, I got to turn this on. Oh, that's on. So everyone's just standing around. Half of the tree is burnt. You can see the smoke coming off of it.
Oh, it's not even a real tree.
It is a real tree.
No, look at the rings around
Oh, it's not, is it?
It's not.
Rat bastards. Right here. Take it right here, Dan, while this plays.
Oh, okay. Upon arrival, officers observed the male running from the location. He was taken into custody. The investigation remains ongoing, but fire crews brought the blaze under control, and there were no injuries, but that's not the kind of thing we need to see.
Well, did they burn the tree because they were burning the tree because of Christmas, or because it was in the Fox News area?
That we don't.
I'm going to
say
why
anybody does anything. I would say it's more political than, could have lit any Christmas tree. 12:14, he could have been drunk and someone dared him or something.
Right.
I don't know.
When we come back, I'm going to dare Dan to talk about Up to Speed with Technology. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
You bring that in, and then they'll let me register the car. So I filled out all the forms. The guy contacted me.
Jesus, Dan. Jesus.
I filled out the form. The guy called me, the inspector. He goes, we don't do that for mileage. He goes, my word's as good as yours for the mileage. And I said, well, you're someone who works for the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah, underneath you or above you.
Yeah, and you know, your word is a lot more than mine.
Right.
But he says, we don't come out for mileage. And he says he's going to see if there's some other way to do it.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Up to speed? Yep. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. We sit on about 22 some odd acres here. We have chickens, we have cats, we have dogs, we have horses, we have goats, we have... Did I say chickens?
Yeah.
We were looking at getting another cow out there on the property as well, because some video showed a cow sitting in someone's house, like a baby cow, and like a dog, like was sitting on the couch. I'm like going, yeah, right. I could see that happening here. We are broadcasting from the COVIDSapien.com studios. And now it is time for Up to Speed with Technology with IT Dan.
What does everybody know about imaginary money? That's what cryptocurrency is. You know, this crypto trading platform, Bitmark, they've just had a security breach that caused $200 million in losses. Cybercriminals stole about $120 million from a platform called Badger, and they took $600 million from this group called Poly in August. And
money that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's money that doesn't exist, and $34 million, you know. It's just imaginary money anyway. Why don't they just imagine it didn't happen? I just find it funny.
So our money, and you might not know the answer to this, so our money is based on somewhat of a gold system. Now, what's his name, took us off the gold standard during the Depression. And so our money's not really backed by gold, but for the most part, you can take it in and trade it in for physical gold if you wanted to. What is cryptocurrency backed on?
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
And it's crazy, and it's
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and I just find it. And there's one place that had $200 million in losses. They told us that don't worry, none of the investors' money was stolen. Well, if you can have $200 million, how much money are you making on these investors' money? You know that $200 million can get stolen, and it didn't touch theirs. So it's, and
it's all crazy. Anonymous. Like if you open up a wallet and stuff, it's all anonymous. Like they don't know that Deacon Live's got 37,000 Bitcoin. It just says account number 196X42 ! Whatever has this amount of money to it, and that's it. There's no way physically to connect it to you. So as far as it being stolen, yeah, by all means, you could steal it all day long. No one knows who the wise or the rich are.
No, but the people who steal it are making out because they'll as soon as they steal it, they'll cash it into a different format, and it's gone and it's non-traceable. So
have you set up your mining system yet?
No, I haven't done that.
All right, what else you got there?
Oh, I want to warn everybody, scammers are sending fake store surveys. It's text messages.
Hold on, I got a text message. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, they'll send you a text message that appears to be from a well-named chain store like, Amazon or something, offering a free discount or gift card for anyone who completes a survey. Many of them state it's a limited offer, so you have to do it real quick if you want to receive your gift. But you can click on the link on your phone, and instead of going to the store's official website, it will take you to a third-party website where you may even download malware. So if you see a text message from Amazon's not going to, there's no companies are going to send you a text message. And usually when you look at the link, it's got misspellings and it's just crazy typos and errors.
Now my mechanic, my local mechanic here texts me all the time. Hey, Deacon, how's that, red Nissan truck running? He texts me at least once every other month.
Yeah, but that's not one you get from Best Buy or Amazon or something like that.
I do get the thing, a service call for Amazon account. Someone has purchased a iPhone 13 in Austin, Texas.
You're exactly the same type of thing.
Press 2 to debate. Did you? And then I call and I go, hey, did you guys get that? I always mess with them. Hey, get that thing?
Yeah, and they have different text messages like that. Also, someone bought an iPhone. And
are we that dumb, Dan?
Yeah,
are we that dumb?
Well, they make a lot more money than you and I do for doing that.
I know, but honestly, are we that dumb?
Yes,
So
we
where
are.
I mean, everyone who has a phone. Now, granted, there's grandmas and grandpas out there, but they're not going to get. I didn't buy anything from Amazon. Charlie, did you buy something from Amazon?
I get people to call me up all the day. I saw this on my thing. And I clicked it. Now what do I do? But I also have people to say, "Hey, I knew it was a scam." So, but
Yeah. What's the ratio of people say I knew it was a scam compared to the people said I clicked on it?
Well, there's probably 1 in 10 are stupid like that. But that's it's like fishing. You throw the fishing. You put your fishing pole, throw the hook in the water. You're going to get a certain number of fish at the end of the day. So.
If you're fishing in the right spot. All right, what else got?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you should. Why you should be wary about sending your Pixel or iPhone in for repairs. None of us would willingly hand our phones over to someone if we thought they were just going to steal and leak our personal data. But recent reports include some Apple and Google repair staff are doing just that. An author and game designer, Jane McConigal, is the latest high-profile victim of a scheme to intercept a phone sent in for repair and use it to find and leak personal data. According to her Twitter feed, the phone was apparently lost in Google's repair facility, so she bought a replacement. Weeks later, the seemingly missing phone was used to access and steal photos and other sensitive data. They said the thief opened up a bunch of selfies hoping to find nude based on the activity logs. And it's happened before, not just the Pixel users. They've had people with iPhones too. And back in June, Apple paid a $2 million settlement to a woman who had nude photos stolen and leaked by iPhone repair technicians working on her phone. The way to get around this is
Don't take nudes.
Don't put any pictures of sensitive data on your phone. But that's what your phone is
Again,
for.
how dumb are we, Dan? How dumb are we? Here is a grown woman who had maybe questionable photos on her phone. Why would you keep them on your phone?
Oh, no, the woman who was hacked didn't have questionable photos.
But still, let's say her sister or someone of the same stature as her have nude photos on her phone. Now, unless you're...
Oh no! People
tread lightly here on this.
They can go through all your photos on your phone or all the different things in you, and they can get sensitive data for credit cards and different things.
I see the little ELF cameras. You remember the ELF cameras? I think Canon put them out, or Nokia put them out. Not Nokia, Nikon. Yeah. The little handheld digital cameras. Yeah. I think those are going to come back now. And then you upload it to the internet, and then you're shit out of luck then.
Yeah, and I mean, I have my emails on my phone, my text, everything. I mean, and what are you supposed to do? Go every night, go and take everything off your phone. My phone automatically syncs up with my Google account, and I've maxed out, I guess, my photo base. Well, I think it's like 150 gigs, and I think I've maxed it out. There's like 4,000 pictures on there, so I need to do something about that. Maybe someone will hack it and get pictures of my dogs and stuff. Yes, we ever do that. And then they have a new thing called Alexa Together. Amazon launched a new service to help care for seniors. It has a new role, helping seniors and caregivers. On Tuesday, Amazon launched Alexa Together in an effort to help aging consumers and family members to assist in caring for them. The subscription service requires an Alexa-supported device, such as an Amazon Echo speaker or the Echo Show. And they give you 24/7 emergency hotline when they say, Alexa, call from help.
Easy, Dan. Careful.
Yeah.
Don't forget, people put this on their
a trained
stereos.
professional can request police, fire department, and ambulance. The service costs $19.99 a month or $199 a year.
Scam.
But, I said nothing helps seniors like giving them an additional $20 monthly bill. They're scrambling. Do I buy my medicine or do I buy food?
So
they want another $20 a month.
Dan, what else would it do? I mean, right now you could tell Alexa, and this is all free. Alexa, I'm leaving home. Okay, I'll guard the house, and then they'll notify you if they hear like glass breaking or something like that. And then you say, Alexa, I'm home, and welcome home. All's quiet on the home front type stuff.
Our friend Dottie's 99 years old. She goes, Alexa, call Kathy Peterson, and it calls me.
There you go.
So I mean, I think that's a scam. But I don't know if anyone's aware, but Amazon's had a problem. They had a server problem. It affected a lot of the East Coast. People couldn't get into their houses. Certain people that use the Alexa app to open the front door.
Well, hang on to that because we're going to talk about it next segment here. So.
And the Ring cameras weren't working for
all right.
a lot of people.
Anything else, Dan? You got anything else?
No, that's it for that.
We'll dive into that Amazon story when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
I thought you can do it all together.
No, because I can't. That's too long of a segment. You ready?
That was a quick break. I got to talk to our union steward after this.
Well, I mean, we're just sitting here. I mean,
Okay. Yeah. No.
I pulled all my stories already,
Okay.
so
I'm
I'm good to go.
Okay.
Unless you got something, you got more. That's why I asked. Are you ready? No, give me a second.
That's why I answered. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm losing my mind. Remember?
Yes, you are losing your mind. Welcome back to Deacon Live as we slowly lose our mind here. We are broadcasting from the COVIDSapien.com studios. For more information on who actually created this virus and the people to blame, go over to COVIDSapien.com for more information over there. And over my far right side, the person I blame for me going completely insane is IT Dan.
Yes, and I'll take credit for it.
Now, Dan, you worked for Home Depot for how many years now? Or are you working
I'm
for...
still working for them officially, but it's been 18 years.
And your hours a week, how many hours a week do you work?
I'd rather not say.
Well, I mean, when you're there all the time.
When I was there, I was 40 hours a week.
40 hours a week, no overtime, no nothing like that.
Very little overtime.
And I'm assuming good pay?
Yeah.
Now, some of these plants around here, we live in Marshville, which is known for their chicken processing plants. This is like one of the main hubs. We've got the top three out here. We have Purdue, we have Pilgrims, and we have Tyson chicken farms around here. And believe me, we're out in the middle of nowhere. But when they clean those chicken houses, you ever seen a chicken house? They're low buildings, but they're really, really long. And some places have 15 or 16 houses in there, and each one holds about anywhere from 25 to 3,000 chickens, and 2,500 to 3,000.
I get behind the chicken trucks, and they'll have cages and cages of them all going for a ride.
And you're like going, how does this? When do we stop? When does it stop? But you get the down breeze on that. Now, right now, Tyson Food Plant is offering workers because they're having a hard time filling positions. No, not just the chicken Tyson plant, but I'm talking about even McDonald's, even like your lowest level or entry level jobs up until like CEOs and stuff, jobs like that. I read an article of the VP of a certain company left, cashed out his $1 million whatever bonus it was, and actually asked his employees to do the same thing. Hey, you guys leave and we'll go create our own business because this place is not sustainable for us because, changing with the time. So right now, Tyson Food Plant is offering workers a 3-day work week and will pay them for the hours they don't work if so they can qualify for benefits. Tyson Food Plant, which is there's several around here, is rolling out a 3-day work week for some staff in Pennsylvania. On the Lancaster Online reported this past week. The plant will pay the staff 36 hours a week, though they will work just 27 hours for the week. So basically they're working 3 9-hour days, I'm sure with an hour lunch in there or a half-hour lunch, and then they'll pay them for 36 hours for a total of, whatever.
Yeah,
and
then it should be a 10-hour day and then an hour for lunch.
You think a 10-hour day?
Yeah, that would make 27.
Okay, yeah, I guess that would make sense. But what they're doing is they're trying to have them, a balance of work life and balance work life and home life, and also trying to keep employment there.
Yeah, I mean, that's working out in other countries. A lot of times you work 40 hours a week. You don't have much time left. You get 2 days and you're exhausted one of them. So
now I
you've done that.
When I worked for PepsiCo, I worked 4 10-hour days and then I would have 3 days off. I loved it. I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. But you worked until your work got done. So let's say my job was to load a truck from nose to tail, coolers or frozen section, cooler section, and then dry section. I would try to do it as fast as I possibly could because I was young. I was 20, 21 years old. I didn't want to be there for 10, 12 hours. I wanted to be there for 8 hours, get the fuck out of there, and have 3 days off for the week. Anyways, so take it right there, Dan.
Yeah. The move means staff who work a 3-day work week at the firm's facility in New Holland, Pennsylvania, will qualify as full-time or poly, making them eligible for the company's full package of benefits, including medical, vision, and dental insurance. So, and they do this in Europe a lot. They work a lot less hours than we do in Europe.
Yeah, but you can't compare us to Europe because their structure is totally different as far as how they get their benefits and stuff.
I'm just talking home-life balance. That's
right,
all.
but still, like I said, their balance as far as like medical stuff is completely different than ours. So they might work less than us, but they also have to pay a little bit more on the back end to qualify for medical and stuff.
Yeah.
So right there.
It's going to give people the opportunity to have that home life balance where they come home to work but still have time outside work to enjoy their families, enjoy their hobbies and other things. And I think that's good for people with families.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I agree with this as well. But I mean, at some point, when are you going to stop that? I mean, how long is this going to last? Is it going to last for 5 years? Is it going to last for 2 years? Is it going to last during the pandemic? Because then what happens after that? When they say, okay, pandemic, we're able to fill these positions. All right, all you people that were working 3 days a week, you're going to do 4 days a week now. And you're like, well, shit, you had no problem paying me for that extra day and me not being here. So why should I be here?
Yeah, it's
crazy. I know. It's your typical response. It's crazy. And something right now that's crazy is being fired. Actually, let's do it this way. Dan, you probably have never gone through this because at the time and age and era when you were dating someone growing up, if you broke up with someone, they basically said, I'm not going to date you anymore. I don't think it's working out, or I don't want to date you anymore. You never got like a text message. And that's the transition of technology where you get a breakup from a text message, or you see your person that you're dating online all of a sudden changes their status to it's complicated or single. And you're like going, hey, I thought we were a thing.
Yeah, and you're unfriended. Thanks.
So the gentleman from Better.com, CEO, fires 900 employees on a Zoom call. Now, he's accused them of stealing time. Now, this is what I was talking about the chicken place.
The mouse. Yeah, okay.
The mouse?
Well, stealing time would be the people that have that little device that goes on their mouse to make it move.
Not only that, but I mean, the Tyson chicken plant, I don't want to say they're stealing time, but they're getting paid 36 hours for 27 hours.
Oh, no, this is something totally good.
Right, I know. So if you're not familiar with this video, here is the CEO of Better.com. Find out what Better.com does. And here's the actual video. Now, for every podcast we have a matching video as well. And you can see this video by going over to ProfitRadio.com and clicking on the Deacon Live section. So I'm going to blow this up so everyone can see it. We can all be friends. So here he is. He's sitting in looks like a cafeteria or something. He's got just a basic fold-out table. This CEO, he looks like I don't want to say an Indian guy, but he looks like from the Mideast. And this is the message that he gave to all his employees on the Zoom call. So here you go.
Part of the unlucky group being laid off.
Oh, there you go.
And
did you get 5?
Part of the unlucky group.
All right. Don't hit anything.
If you're on this call, you are part of the unlucky group being laid off. Your employment here is terminated effective immediately. What does this mean for what's next? You're going to get an email from HR, askhr@better.com, and your benefits for all U.S. employees.
This is a camera.
That's not real. Oh my God. I can't believe this.
1 month of full benefits and 2 months of COBRA, for which we will pay the premium. So 3 months.
So this is someone videotaping up with their camera phone that's probably going to get hacked and stuff, and videotaping her monitor. She's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. So did you find out what Better.com does?
Yeah, they do mortgage. It's a mortgage official site. No commission, no lender fees.
It's not that better.
Yeah.
Not that much better. So here's the latest update on what actually happened. Right. Let's see. Let's scroll down a little bit. Right here.
Oh, okay. The CEO, the 43-year-old CEO, said the market had changed and the company had to slim down to remain nimble enough to adapt to the evolving housing market, which appears to be cooling after a pandemic-boosted boom. Although Garg didn't mention on the call the company's $750 million cash infusion it got from investors last week.
So that was that. Let me see. Do I have the update on that? Let's go back and look. You ever been fired or lost your job doing that, Dan?
I've never been fired from a job in my life, but I worry every time I come in here.
Do you really? Well, there's something I've been wanting to tell you.
Yes.
And so he made a mistake, and I'm trying to find out what he actually said. Another email before you are too damn slow. So read this right here.
Yeah, another. Oh,
wait. Let's see right here.
Office managers were once reportedly criticized for failing to keep the mini-fridge stocked with Fiji and Perrier water. Why do we have biscotti here like this, he once demanded from office managers. In another email obtained from Forbes last year, Garg wrote, "You are too damn slow. You're a bunch of dumb dolphins, and dumb dolphins get caught in nets and eaten by sharks. So stop it. Stop it. You are embarrassing me." So
these are emails from the owner. So despite the favorable treatment, he was eventually placed on administrative leave. Noller, one of his employees, Better.com became a pandemic daring as the city dwellers sought flee to greener and larger spaces in suburbs. Anyway, so what they've done is he's claimed on Zoom that I'm not going to work here anymore, or you guys aren't going to work here anymore because you're stealing time from us. You know, like you were saying, actually, what you brought up earlier, the mouse, they'd only work actually 2 hours a day is what the actual part of the article I was looking for. Yeah. They were getting paid for 8, and they were working 2 hours a day, and then they were getting all their work done in 2 hours, and then, effing off for the rest of the day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I mean, and I don't, maybe he could have done it better, but it sounds like a creep to me.
Yeah. But I mean, how else do you communicate with 900 employees? Do you call each one up? Let's say you called each one up and said, by the way, Susan, you're not working here anymore. Here's your severance package. And he has to physically, or does he write a letter? Does he write a national letter to, a generic letter, fill in blank, Miss Smith, whoever the name is, and this is your package, and then have the secretary that hopefully you haven't fired her fill out at the bottom what your severance package is based on the length of your employment.
Have you ever tipped over a Coke machine? You don't just go up to it and tip it over. You rock it back and forth a little bit, then you tip it over. You give them some kind of warning. Say, look, if you don't do this, this is what's expected of you.
Now you brought up earlier, outside the Coke machine, that the Amazon services were all cut out. So the outage was still impacting sites throughout Tuesday this afternoon, but Amazon said it was starting to see signs of recovering after tracing the route of the calls to several network devices in the eastern United States region. So tell me exactly what you heard and what you found out.
Well, I found out that some people's refrigerators weren't working properly because it was all run by Alexa.
So this is not just the warehouse was shut down. You're talking about Amazon across the board. Like if I was to go to my Fire Stick, I couldn't look up Amazon. Yeah,
you might not be able to stream anything from Amazon. There were people that couldn't, their Ring doorbells weren't working, and they didn't know there was an outage. So they're, okay, follow the rules, take your Amazon, reset it, set it up, make sure, why is the network, you'd be surprised how it affected how many people's lives. Nobody died. Nothing happened.
So Kathy wouldn't have been able to turn her Alexa smart plug on and off. She would have freaked out and had to physically gone, Dan, I need to turn the light off.
And she actually couldn't have turned it on.
Or on or off.
It wouldn't. I mean, the plug wouldn't have been powered, so we would have been fumbling around in the dark.
Yeah, heaven forbid, she would have to stick her hand up underneath the thing.
No, that still wouldn't have worked because there was no power going to it. She'd have to crawl under the bed and unplug the Amazon plug, and go underneath it.
That would be a sight to see.
Yeah.
Now, a sight to see is, and this just was flooding the TikTok. You're familiar with TikTok, right?
Yes.
All right. So,
and some of the TikTok was down too, I heard.
So here's some of the videos, and put this on 5, Dan, so we can watch some of the videos. It's not going to make me download this, is it? It is. Well, I'll just play the best one. So people at the Amazon warehouses were actually taking video of everyone like they were out there playing basketball. They were out there throwing footballs around. I would do that. I would go out there and say, you know what? We're shut down, and I know they've got a bin of stuff they're not using. Return packages. Just go through hold on. So here they've hooked up a karaoke machine, and they're doing karaoke. Here's all the Amazon employees hanging out here, and they're doing karaoke while they're waiting for the systems to come back up. And I think this guy's doing like Devil Goes Down to Georgia or something like that. So there's probably about 100, 200 people sitting there. Look, Amazon's not moving at all. Here's another. They're all doing a dance, doing the electric slide. Take, baby, take. But this is what's going on in the warehouses.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, the whole system was shut down. So they actually, they went in at work at, someone went in at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. By 12:30, across the whole entire United States, they sent everyone home. They're like, we can't get anything up and running, so they sent everyone home.
Yeah, I mean, to me, networking is difficult. I could take 3 weeks. You send me with the cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's 3 cameras. So, but my brother-in-law does that for Oracle. He handles major things like that in all the other countries, and he's deaf, and he has to deal with people like from India where you can't understand what they speak, even though they're trying to speak English.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I have a hard time understanding you too as well, Dan. All right, when we come back, these people who have been waiting to get back to work at Amazon, they could have taken up a part-time job running on a treadmill to get that quote-unquote runner's high. and it's not the high that you're thinking of. We'll dive into that when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
Am I going to get laid off?
No. Did you go to 9? Missed every single cue so far, Dan. The hell was that, Dan?
The New York Post. Bill Belichick wiped his hand across his nose and then wiped it on his shirt.
Like that?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he just wipe it his...
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all your social networks, and the way you do that is go over to prophetradio.com, PROPHET radio. Click on the social contacts, and you can follow us, like us, share us, and do all the stuff that links us to you and you to us as well. And while you're over there, don't forget to get your New Year's Eve predictions in. We don't do what do you call it? New Year's resolutions. We don't do resolutions here. We do predictions for next year. That way you can kind of have more fun with it and kind of guess and stuff what will happen. I think Tesla is going to. I think they're going to do well this year. I think SpaceX is going to have a, I hate to say, a Challenger situation, like the Challenger shuttle. I think they're going to lose someone coming up in 2022. They're walking too close to the sun, or flying too close to the sun, I guess is what I should say.
Oh, okay. I hope Tesla does well. I dumped my crypto, my Dogecoin, and got in with Tesla, but all my stuff goes down.
Right. Don't buy stock because Dan's already tainted it with his thing. We broadcast from the COVIDSapien.com studios, and go over there, and they got some magnets, some stickers and stuff. And if you guys want some free gear from us, some free swag, fill out the little form there on the Prophet Radio website, and we'll send it to you. I got a brand new set of buttons. Hold on, let me get them. Hold on, Dan. Talk for a minute.
Oh, okay. You got to see these buttons. They are, I mean, I've seen buttons before, but these are just like incredible.
I got a whole bag.
They're almost 1 inch round. I mean,
no, they're not. They're like 2 inches round. They got the little Deacon Live logo on them. So we'll be sending those out for those of you that fill out the little form. Just a thank you. Hey, guess what? Thank you very much for listening to us. And
ow, I stabbed myself.
You're supposed to put it on your shirt, not your skin.
Oh.
Now, Dan, speaking of Tesla, there's a lot of people out there. Are we on the right camera? I hope we are.
What do you want to be on?
I want to be on one. There we go. There is a lot of people out there that have YouTube channels that will, they want to modify something. So if you take like a regular hammer, a hammer does this. Some people will actually put like a motor on it and cut it in half so the hammer bangs up and down by itself. They modify a lot of stuff. Like Tim the Tool Guy would modify something, make it a little bit more powerful, a little bit more manlier.
Yeah, I like that. I'm off of that. So I love inventions.
This guy right here has stuck jet engines on the back of his Tesla. And just to see if he could do it. That's all it is. And if you want to see this video, go over to prophetradio.com, click on Deacon Live, and you can see this video as well. Go to 4, Dan.
Welcome back to another episode.
So you go to 4? Yeah. All right. Here we go. So he's got all the machine stuff. I envy people that have all this kind of stuff, machining stuff.
CRC machines, yeah.
So he's building everything out. This is just the video. All right, here we go. Let's hear him talking.
Really well. This was a heck of a build. I built just about every single part from the ground up, including the entire system, to take the human inputs and convert that into something that the jet computers can understand. And one more thing I decided to make was a fuel gauge to tell me how much fuel is in that fuel cell at any time, because this thing's gonna burn about 1.5 to 2 gallons of fuel per minute, and I absolutely need to know what the level of fuel is so I can shut the engines down in time, cool them. I also don't want any air to get into the fuel lines. I even thought about coding something in there to give me the bingo fuel warning to let me know when I'm at my minimum, where I have just enough fuel to cool the engines down.
All right, there you go. So he talks about that. So let's see it. You want to see it going, don't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Kind of funny because you could see the jet engines on the rear view camera.
Let's see. I want to see him fire it up. So hold on.
He's turning on this.
As for fuel, I'm going to be burning this hydrodiesel, which is a microemulsion.
Which I'm not supposed to have.
Version of hydrodiesel, which is why it's kind of translucent instead of milky white.
All right, so I want to see. Oh, here we go. He's got them. They're fired up. I would think that would melt the back of the vehicle. This is in his garage. Now you say, let's see it go, right? Let's see it go. So here we go.
Here, it blew all the dirt out of the end of the alley. The alley's clean now, so that was pretty interesting.
I'm all done with my test run. Everything seems to be working perfectly. Now that I see how much thrust these 3 engines make and how loud they are, it's going to be a lot of fun driving this car around.
All right, so here he goes on the highway.
Yep, he's coming on the ramp now.
I merged onto the freeway. As soon as traffic
Looks like
opens up,
Chicago.
I'm going to start up all 3 jet engines, put the car in neutral, and go full power. These are the guys causing all the traffic. All right, here we go.
You can hear it?
Yep. Oh, you can see the flames coming out the back. This is awesome.
But he's not going any faster.
It looks like he's going just about the same speed as the car behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's pulling away some, but
I don't know. No. You would think it would go off like, 200, like you see in the, was it the Utah salt fields or salt mines or what? Not salt mines, but,
or in the movies,
the salt plains where they do all the mock testing for all that stuff. That's what I'm thinking, like jet engine. This guy, he's barely hitting 50 miles an hour.
Kathy went out when I went out there on the highway, and you just look everywhere and there's nothing. And we went to Salt Lake. Boy, does it stink! It's awful.
Does it smell like sulfur?
It's awful smell. It's because Salt Lake City is about 20 miles away. Mm-hmm. The Salt Lake itself, we went to both places, and Salt Lake itself, it just smells.
What causes the smell?
Well, because it's just such a concentrated salt.
So it's got a sulfur smell to it.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant.
All right. You didn't seem too happy about it.
No.
Well, people are happy right now out in California. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but as of a bill that was created in California, the 1342nd bill bans all small off-road engines in California by 2024. The state defines a small off-road engine as a spark-igniting engine that makes 25 horsepower or less in equipment. So you're looking at lawnmowers, you're looking at edgers, the little push edgers,
generators,
generators,
weed whackers,
and all that. Well, weed whackers. There are some electric weed whackers that are out there, but right now a big community is getting really, really upset about it because, like you said, portable generators are considered to be a small off-road engine, including generators for RVs. The bill has RV owners concerned that the RV Business Report says that California Recreational Vehicle Dealership Association is planning on to fight this legislation. Generators play a critical role in recreational vehicles such as RVs.
They're banning the sale, though. Doesn't mean you can't buy them from another state and smuggle it in.
Well, yes.
And they're not taking away the ones you have.
Right, so read this right here.
Yeah, you don't need to park up at a campground and feed from shore power if your RV can generate its own power. Generators allow you to have power just about anywhere so long as you have fuel. But for all the usefulness, generators are known for heavy emissions. The California Air Resources Board said the average 3.5 horsepower generator is running at 1 kilowatt hour load for 1 hour emits as much pollution as driving a car about 150 miles.
I don't know about that.
Cars have the catalytic converter, so basically nothing comes out of them
right.
in the back. You go and you have the car inspected and they check the emissions.
So the bill suggests that the generators will be replaced with a zero emission generator. Yeah. So I guess they're going to have catalytic converters on generators because, I mean, I don't want to wish anything bad about California, but California, do they lose power a lot?
No, they're not going to be, those aren't going to have catalytic converter. They're going to have giant battery power banks.
But
plugs in some.
But you still have to, are they going to be solar?
No, they're going to be run off a battery. You buy battery packs.
How do you
charge them up before you go out?
Right, and how long are those batteries going to last? Let's say you're on a week's vacation, Dan, and you got an RV and you got 3 kids running around. Yeah. I want to play the PlayStation. I want to do this.
You have the battery charger, right? You plug an extension cord into it.
Right.
Then you take the extension cord, you run it around, and you plug the generator in so it charges itself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Generators, what if you lose power? What if you lose power at your home?
Yeah.
And I've got a generator here. We lost.
These are the RV ones, not the big ones like you.
Yeah. No, I don't. This right here is not a. It's a 3.5 horsepower or a 6.
Let's say yours was a battery pack one. You run out of
What do you mean a battery pack one?
Instead of having a gas engine with a carburetor and gas, you had a battery pack one.
Okay. How do I charge the battery pack?
You plug in an extension cord in the battery pack.
Mm-hmm.
You run that battery pack around, and then you plug your battery pack into that outlet, and then that charges it.
Into what outlet, Dan? You're not making any sense.
Out of the cord that came out of it. It's a joke. It won't do anything.
I'm trying to be.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out exactly how this is going to work.
I don't know. Those are going to be ones that you'd have to charge up at home.
So
like
you would
an
have to do.
electric car.
You would have to do a solar battery. You would have to have some kind of solar pack, something to create the energy,
or something where you would charge it up at home and then take it when you go camping. And
so plug it into your house system.
And it only lasts so long. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. How long is it going to last? And like I said. Unfortunately, with all the fires and stuff that are out in California, and power lines are snapping left and right. Now you might not be in the fire zone, but power's got to go to your house, and you lose power.
Yeah, and these people everyone's gonna go they'll go to another state, they'll go to Seattle, they go to Washington, they'll go to Colorado and buy one and have it shipped to their friend in Nevada, and then sneak it in.
So the next thing is, can you be fined for having one?
I don't know.
I mean, that's a lot of. I mean, California might be. Granted, California themselves they're out there on a friggin' loony bin limb, anyways. But how would they justify? Hey, where'd you get that generator at?
Yep, and I don't know what's going to happen with it. So, well, we're 3,000 miles away, so we don't have to worry.
Not yet, but I mean, there's stuff that's coming down the pipeline. It might come down over here, too. It's only a matter of timing. Christ, what was the first state to pass legalization of marijuana? Colorado. Well, I think it was Colorado. Yeah, I might be wrong. So. And then everyone else goes, well, they're doing it. Hey, maybe we, nudge, nudge, maybe we should do that, too. And then we figure out a way if it's going to be medical or whatever like that.
Yeah, but most of the things that I see that have the California warning emissions, I don't see them having any other states but California, the things I see.
All right, speaking of marijuana, if you want to make some extra money, if you're sitting around at Amazon waiting for the lights to come back on, or you're waiting for your smartphone or your smart Alexa to turn on the light again, and you want to make a little bit more money, and you've got 4 days off from your Tyson plant, your Tyson job, and you want to make some side money, scientists are looking for people to run on a treadmill for an absolute high. Now, when I say high, I'm not talking about the runner's high. I'm talking about marijuana high. So let's check this article right here, and don't forget, for every article or for every podcast we do, we have a matching podcast as well. Our podcast, we have a matching video as well. And here we go. So go to 4, Dan. Let's go to 4 on this. You ready?
Okay, get the sound muted.
Blow this up, and then I'm going to pause and go here and then here.
Scientists are looking for marijuana users to prove the substance can offer a workout boost. The study, to be conducted by the University of Colorado Boulder, will look into the potential benefits of working out while high on cannabis. Researchers are recruiting both men and women who are familiar with mixing cannabis and running workouts.
Now, if you ever been high before, Dan?
No, I have not.
I've gotten high. And, well, back in high school in the early days of my adolescence, I've gotten high. The last thing I want to do is run. The last thing I want to do is lift weights. The last thing I want to do is...
You want to eat Oreo cookies.
I don't want to. Yeah. I want to sit there and think about stuff. I'm a thinker. Can you tell?
Insider reports those selected will get up to $100 to participate. Previous research...
Well, $100 in free weed, I guess.
...has found that cannabis users tend to work out more than their cannabis-free counterparts. Dr. Jordan Tischler told Insider, cannabis has the power to quiet parts of our brain that feed the ego, resulting in a go-with-the-flow mentality that makes working out less stressful. When a person consumes cannabis, it gently stimulates brain receptors in charge of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that helps you feel happy.
So what they're saying is, if you smoke weed and you can work out longer, you know why? Because you've forgotten what time you started working out.
Yeah. And I mean, the scientist who's doing this is pretty sharp, because he's saying, well, I'll make this test and I'll pay these people $100, and they're not going to keep track of all the dope. I'll get a little bit for myself out of this.
It's kind of skimming it off the top. All right, when we come back, it is that time of year. It's the holiday time, and it's Christmas parties, and a lot of drinking, a lot of hangovers are going to come around. What's your limit? What's your limit as far as drinking and stuff? And we'll dive into this one celebrity who told us how much he drank in one night. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
One glass of wine for me. I kind of wish I could. I do get a buzz when I drink wine.
Dan, you went a long way to explain a joke that...
Okay.
What? 9.
I know. I thought you'd get it quicker.
No, because I kept asking, what are you plugging it back into? Once I started doing that, I don't understand.
I was plugging back into.
I don't understand that. That doesn't work.
I know it doesn't.
That's not funny. I'm like, why are you sticking it back in there? It doesn't make sense.
It won't do a damn thing. It was like a dog biting its tail. That's all.
God almighty. Fuck. All right, we're running a little long here. We're at an hour already, and I got 2 more segments to go through, so
Okay.
we'll burn through these real quick. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the COVIDSapien.com studios. For more information, check them out over at COVIDSapien.com. They explain everything that happened with this whole COVID-19 virus, who to blame and who to go after, and it's not who you think it is, not our Democrat or our very own political party. It's another political party out there. For more information, go to COVIDSapien.com. Now, Dan, it's that time of year. It's Christmas time. There's Christmas parties. There's drinking. A lot of stuff going involved. I want to show you this video right here real quick just to give you guys an idea of how to be careful out there on the road. Last year, this Mini car versus a dump truck encounter. Is that a dump truck? That's not a dump truck.
No, that looks
It's
like
an
a regular
18-wheeler.
sedan. That looks like a Nissan sedan.
So this truck was going on down the road, looks like an Altima, was crushed up underneath this, and I guess they just released a video because there might have been like litigation and stuff involved. I'll go to 4 on this one. And let's see, right here. This is going down, does it say where it's going down?
290 West.
In Elmhurst, Illinois. So here we go. And this is, it's shocking. Why didn't the driver pull over? So here we go. 18-wheeler's going down the road. And he's still going. I mean, he's going at, what, like 45 miles an hour still. This is the 18-wheeler. And he's got this car pinned up underneath him. Still, look.
He could be doing 50 miles an hour.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a good clip going. And if you look right here, you can see the driver's hand sticking out. See it right there? Help! Help me! I'm in here. I'm crushed. This car is going to catch on fire. It's a Honda Civic. Yeah. So be careful out there, especially, drinking and driving during the holiday.
Was he okay?
Yeah. Well, I didn't read I can pull the article back up. So fill in a little bit there while I do this.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that is scary. All that driver had to do was look out his right rear view mirror and see that. So.
Good fill, Dan.
Well, no, I'm just trying to look at the article and see what's going on.
Illinois police said that the car's driver, 19-year-old Lashia, I can't pronounce the fucking names.
Yeah, 2005 Honda she had.
And if these things would go away, I could read the article. Apparently took her 2005 Honda under a trailer. Incredibly, troopers say that she wasn't injured, and the truck driver was obviously oblivious to her dragging the car as her car tires screeched across the pavement before they pulled over. So he was going on and on and on and not knowing anything. You would think after a certain time it would start smelling or you would hear something. Don't you check your mirrors?
Yeah.
You always, when you're driving a big rig like that, because I had a CDL. Well, you had a CDL too as well. You're checking your mirrors at all times to see the traffic, whether there's someone coming up. I know I got to switch lanes in about a mile or two. Let me check my mirrors to make sure I've got some kind of room. If not, I need to start making some room now. Yeah,
and I mean, that's a 2,000-pound vehicle. That's got to be slowing you down somewhat. You'd think you'd notice it or feel a bump when you hit it.
But I don't know the whole story there, but just be careful out there. That was a little video there for you guys to look. Now, Dan, it's that time of year. Do you go to the Home Depot because you work for Home Depot? Do you do the Home Depot Christmas party?
I've gone to a few of them. Most of the time, I just stay home with my wife, though.
Did you go to the ones that were in the store or the ones that went out to restaurants?
I went to a couple of them that were in the store that are so cheap, and then I went one to a restaurant. It was nice.
Now, is this a privately owned party or private conducted party for Home Depot? Like, hey, let's get 10 of us together and we'll go out to dinner for Home Depot family. No. Or was it sponsored by Home Depot?
Home Depot sponsored it and had the restaurant that we went to a restaurant.
So do you know why we went from having it in the store or having it out in restaurants and then back to the store?
Probably liability.
So here's what happened. So many years ago in the infancy of Home Depot, and now I started in Home Depot in 94, and I think Home Depot started in like 86 or something like that. They would spend a whole lot of money to rent out a ballroom at like the Peabody or something like that, and they would have a live DJ. They would give you drink cards. They would serve you dinner all out there. So when you have a store, our store had over 250 employees, 225 employees. That's a lot of people to be responsible for. So they would do that every year. We'd look for it, and I would rent a room because I didn't want to drink and drive. I didn't want to end up under a tractor trailer. I would rent a room at the hotel. So when we were done with the party, all my friends would crash at the hotel, and we'd all be safe, right? Then one person, I think it was in 1999, someone left the Home Depot party, wrapped themselves around a tree, and died. At that point, they said, no more exterior Home Depot parties. You do them in the stores. Well, I'm not doing them in the store. I work here all day long. You would think the same thing. I work here, however many hours a week I give myself. I'm not going to spend my holiday thing, but they did give away a lot of cool prizes.
Yes, but they did. But as I've seen, it depends on which store you go to.
No, it was across the board. It was across the board that all the stores at a certain between the years of I think 99 to I think 2005 that they said that all the Home Depot Christmas parties had to be conducted in the four walls of Home Depot.
Yeah, because I've had them recently. Like maybe in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
but they said no drinking.
Yeah, they fuck that. I'm going to the parking lot. Now this guy right here. Are you familiar with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah, the wrestler.
Now, his whole shtick when he goes out into the ring, he jumps up on the turnbuckles and grabs like 2 beers and stuff and slams them. Half of it's on the mat. It doesn't go into his mouth or anything like that. So Stone Austin was actually asked one time, how many beers do you think you have had in one complete day, a 24-hour day? So right here, let's see. Right here.
Yeah. Day in and day out, Steve Austin would drench himself with beer after every victory. WWE timekeeper and referee Mike Yarden was responsible for tossing those eye-soothing beer cans to Austin so he can wildly chug those cans.
So there he is right there. So let's see. Right here.
Speaking on the podcast, Stone Cold reflected back at the time when he was in Japan with the Dudley Boys and Stacy Keibler, and he admitted he drank 115 beers, which is the most. Yeah, so I thought
which was the most what?
I thought you drinking about 65 was a lot,
So I got a lot to live up to or a lot to get to. I don't know if I can come anywhere close to 115 beers. So in a 24-hour period, so let's see, 115, let's do some math here. I'll do it because Dan's too slow on the draw here.
Yes.
So 115.
That would be about 5 beers an hour for 24 hours.
So it's 4.79 beers per hour.
If you're 24 hours stayed up.
Yeah, if you did. So let's say even if you cut that in half, let's say 12 hours. So you're looking at almost 9.5 beers per hour just to keep going. Think you could do it?
I think I could. 2 beers and I'd be falling asleep.
I think there's more involved in the 2 or the 9 beers in an hour.
There may be some other chemicals involved with it too. So,
he might be taking like a creatine or something. You know what creatine is? Creatine?
No, I know what creosote is.
Yeah, creatine is the workout stuff. It was a joke. He takes the creatine up the nose. Now, here's another joke for you. Miller Lite, my favorite beer, is actually creating a 6-pack full of Christmas ornaments that you can hang on your tree. But these aren't just regular ornaments. We, as adults, we can talk about Christmas tree and Christmas ornaments all year round. How ridiculous they are and how, I got to put this one up, I got to put this one up. But right now, they're creating something called beer ornaments, I guess. Yeah. Ornaments you can drink beer out of. Right here, Dan.
Yeah, and it's advertising. Though far from the first alcoholic ornaments, in 2019, the Scottish distillery even packaged Brussels sprouts, gin, and Christmas ornaments. This is the first time Miller has created festive packaging for the Eponius light beer that's intended to be hung on a Christmas tree. 6 packs of these balls that are designed to fit snugly around an 8-ounce can of Miller go on sale tomorrow at 3 p.m. exclusively at Bannermans.com for $19.75. So you can, it's almost like the foam.
It's like a koozie.
Yeah, it's like a foam koozie, but it's shaped like an ornament and goes on your, and it's marketing for them. You pay them $20 to have their name on your Christmas tree. So.
Well, I don't mind that.
Okay. Yeah,
the problem I have with it is the 8-ounce beer. Okay. Dan, I don't drink 8-ounce beers. Oh, okay. These are 12-ounce beers. 8-ounce is for the little.
It would stick out the top a little bit. So.
Well, it'll still hopefully keep it cool.
So you're telling me that if you had a kid, you'd name him Miller?
I might
think about it anyway.
Yeah, I would think about it. Call them something else for sure. All right, we got one more segment, and we'll wrap up the show and let you guys get back to what you got to do. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. And again,
what?
Missed every single one of them today, Dan.
That's 1-9. Can't wait till they do the minimum age. Minimum, what's it called? Up the minimum wage.
They won't do that. It doesn't make any sense to do that. They can up an entry level, and I've told you this before, Dan. Yeah. I said you can update what your company desires as an entry level position. As far as upping the minimum wage, that's the wrong answer. That's the wrong question to be asking.
Okay, the minimum. I'm just saying, $8.46 for 6 seasons, and
well, I mean, I can't do everything, Dan. I mean, I do all the promotion for everything else. That's why I gave you this. That's why I give you the stickers.
Did I say I'm serious about it?
What I'm saying is that's why I give you all the stickers. I mean, it all depends on you. I got other stuff I got to do. That's why I said, do you need some stickers for the people at the guard tower? Do you need, telling your brother-in-law in Michigan, hey, listen to the show? Well, that's one. You got one listener. All right, go to one. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Over to my far right-hand side is IT Dan.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
We are broadcasting from the COVIDSapien.com studios. Don't forget, make sure you go over to Prophet Radio and give us your New Year's prediction. We got about 3 shows left before the end of the year, and we'll play them on the very last podcast of the year. Get those in, and we'll put them all in. And basically, it's predictions of what you think is going to happen in 2022. Dan, have you given any more thought of what's going to happen in 2022, like prediction-wise?
No, I've been trying to concentrate on the job today, but I will think about it.
All right, well, make sure next week you come in and you have at least 3 for me, and you have 3 for me for the next week until we do the last show.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that.
All right. And speaking of think about it, Dan, hold on, let me switch here because I'm going to do this now while I pull up this stuff here. So, Dan, throughout the show here, I've harped on you as far as you're in charge of moving the cameras around. When I say we'll be right back from Deacon Live, you have not, and you're supposed to switch to camera 9. You have missed every single cue throughout the whole entire show, and I've had to do it over here.
You told me, I said, I'll be in charge of it today.
And then I said, but make sure you go in there and fix everything when you hear it. So that's that there. So I think you're losing your mind, Dan. And
am I going to get fired by Zoom for this?
I don't know. There's a simple at-home test to help detect subtle signs of dementia. And so I'm going to give you this test right here. Actually, I'm going to give you, I'm going to read this to you. So your name, date of birth, I'll get it. How far did you go in school?
Me? 12.
Yeah, 12. So you graduate. All right, 12. Yeah. All right, you're a man, which is kind of,
debatable.
Right. Yeah. You're a white gentleman or other. Have you had any problems with memory or thinking? Yes, only occasionally, or no?
Only occasionally.
Okay, only occasionally. Have you felt any blood? Oh, have you had any blood? I gotta hold this thing on our light here. Have you had any blood relatives that had any problems with memory or thinking?
No.
No. All right. Do you have a balance problem?
No.
Physical balance. All right. If so, explain why. You haven't had a major stroke?
No.
Do you currently feel sad or depressed?
Just when I think of what the world's coming to, but no.
I'm going to say occasionally, because you always say it's a crazy world. You don't want to do anything. Yeah. Has anything changed in your personality?
Yeah, it changes every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
More difficulty doing everyday activities due to thinking problems?
No.
All right. What is today? Hey, all right. In this picture right here, I'm going to hold it up to the camera. Can you see this far, Dan? You see this far? All right. So here's I forget what camera we're on. Yeah. What is the picture on the right there? What is?
My left is a wreath.
Okay. And what's the other picture?
Looks like a volcano.
All right. So failed that one. Let's see. How are a watch and a ruler similar?
A watch and a ruler?
Yep. How is a watch and a ruler similar?
I can't think of any way they're similar.
How many nickels are in 60 cents?
12.
If you're buying, this is a big math question. I'm not going to throw that. Copy this picture. It's a drawing test. There's another drawing test on here. Name 12 different types of animals.
Okay, zebra, dog, cat, chicken, goose, hen, horse. And
That's 6.
6, bear, lion, tiger, giraffe, elephant, rhinoceros.
Oh, you would have won if you didn't say rhinoceros. The next one is copy these of a numerical order. I won't do that one for you. That's a little bit more visual. Solve this problem here. I'll give you take these home, and I want you to bring these back. And I want to see if you're slowly moving into dementia, Dan. Because, I mean, here, take that. That's your homework.
Did someone very famous pass this test, and he was so excited that he passed the test?
Did he know he was excited?
He told everyone in the world that he was excited and how well he did on the test.
Who was that?
Donald Trump.
Oh,
he did that test, and he thought it was like a lifetime achievement.
Did he really take the dementia test?
Yes, he did.
Because, I was looking it up, and this is the U.S. version, and there are six or eight different forms. Each form has anywhere from 5 to 10 pages each. So you're looking at like 40 some odd pages of, I guess, just a cognitive test, I guess is what it is.
Yeah, and there was a story about him, and he was, you can see him talking about it.
Now, do you think all the presidents after a certain age have to take this test? Not just him?
Yeah, I don't think that was something that he came up with. It wasn't his idea.
Because, think about it. We had Ronald Reagan that was in there for a while. And not to get too political here on the show, we try not to do that. But, for the most part, I think everyone has to take some kind of cognitive test to see if, and I don't think it's probably this exact test.
No, and not just for presidents. I think Congress, and I think people that are airline pilot, bus drivers.
I'm going to say no to Congress. I don't think, I think they would have voted themselves not to take this test because there's a lot of them out there like Strom Thurmond, who has been there since he was, 98 years old. He passed away. I don't think he could figure out what half of that stuff was.
No, a lot of them are like that too.
Yeah. All right. So, our favorite restaurant, Dan, which is
Subway,
has come out with a new little kiosk based on one of their most favorite properties that they have at Subway. And when you go to Subway, what kind of sandwich do you get?
Usually I get Italian, but I love the macadamia nuts. The macadamia nut cookies.
The macadamia ones?
Yeah.
I love them too. I also like the macadamia nuts. And I also like the chocolate chip cookies because they're almost like gooey, raw still. Well, right now, to celebrate the National Cookie Day on December 4th, this past week, Subway announced they are debuting their new Cookie Way instead of Subway in New York City. Cookie Way is a Subway first pop-up experience dedicated to only just their cookies. Right here, Dan.
Yeah, besides the famous cookies, Cookie Way will include exclusive merchandise, larger-than-life cookie installations, and sweet moments curated for cookie lovers all over. Fans who explore Cookie Way New York City location are treated to a complimentary 6-pack of cookies and have a chance to try new flavors exclusive to the pop-up, like double chocolate M&Ms.
So right now, the Cookie Way menu will feature chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, raspberry cheesecake, white chip macadamia nut, caramel apple, double chocolate, s'mores, caramel brownie, and M&M. So it's located at 91 Allen Street in New York, and you can pick those up. It's a pop-up store, so it's only there for a limited time, and then it will go away.
That's copying the idea that the Oreo store. Remember we talked about the Oreo store?
Yeah, but I think the Oreo store is a permanent brick and mortar location. This is kind of like a pop-up. They've taken over like a Fantastic Sam's. You know what a Fantastic Sam's is? Hair cuttery place. Yeah. And that's been shut down. It says for lease on the window. Subway comes in. I'm going to put a Cookie Way here. Take a month to get everything up and running and then turn it around and then shut it down and move somewhere else.
I may just stop on the Subway and get a cookie on the way home.
Now, Dan, you got a purple mattress. Do you love it?
Yeah, we love it. It's great.
Now, when you go to bed, do you take anything? I say take anything. Do you have like a midnight snack? You say you drink a glass of wine.
That's a glass of wine. That's it before I go to bed.
And you're not a big sweets guy, are you?
No.
Do you eat like crackers or cheese or anything with your wine?
We've been eating crackers watching TV. Last night I had crackers and cheese.
What kind of crackers do you get?
Kathy got some at Aldi's. It's a package with 6 different types of crackers. Big, decent box.
All from Germany.
Yeah. I don't know if they're from Germany, but they're very good.
Well, most of the stuff, isn't it from Germany? Some kind of distribution?
No, the company's from Germany. They have stuff everywhere.
But they don't have like Ritz crackers. They don't have like saltines or Nabisco or anything like that.
Sometimes they do, but sometimes they'll have stuff that's called Millville, and they taste exactly the same, like my cereal.
Where's Millville located out of?
Millville, it's right here.
No,
right down the street from here.
Look it up.
No, Millville is just a name, kind of like Glacier Bay is the Home Depot.
Okay.
It's just a brand name.
It doesn't
so
say.
it could be made by anybody, but I've tried like the Cheerios. I have the Cheerios, and the Milway has and they taste identical the same.
Skittle lovers will find themselves dreaming about them because they have a new bed that's coming out. Is this too much for you? Yeah. Thinking about counting Skittle pieces in your sleep instead of sheep. If you answered yes to any of these two questions, there's a new Skittle dispensing fold-out bed just for you. Right here, Dan.
Yeah, an unlikely collaboration between Simmons Mattress Company and Skittles has brought about one fold-out bed that dispenses actual Skittles candy. One would think that such a bed would cost thousands. Well, no worry, because one lucky fan can win the chance to purchase this wonder bed for a measly $1.50. The average pack for Skittles candy. So you get the end. The Simmons sleep bed will go on sale sometime after 1 p.m. on Monday, December 13th. Since this is only one of one, it can be purchased on a first-come, first-serve basis.
So December 13th, go to simmons.com/sweet sleep. That's SWEET sleep, and put in your application. And here's the bed right here, Dan. So what does that look like there?
It's kind of yellowish orange, I guess, with a red stripe. It shows Kittles on it.
Kittles?
Skittles. It says Skittles on it.
What size is the bed there?
It looks like it would barely... A little child.
It's a single bed, but it's a Murphy type bed, so it does fold up. But on the right hand side, you ever been to what is it? The Jelly Bean place, the Jelly Bellies, and you can go and pick whatever flavors you want and fill the bag up. They've got the Taste the Rainbow type flavors, so there's a whole dispenser of red, orange, yellow, green, and purple, I'm assuming. And it's got the little knob on it. You just kind of twist out how much you want. Nothing says I'm going to sleep good like a full night or a full stomach full of sugary sweets.
I've never had Skittles in my life, but I do like they have a banned Skittles commercial on YouTube that is hilarious.
All right. Do you have this video available?
No, it's not.
No, it's not safe for work?
Yeah, not safe for work, but it's hilarious.
All right, and maybe we'll put that up on the Deacon Live section of the podcast. So now, the Ring cameras, Dan, your Ring camera has not come in yet, has it?
No, December 28th.
Why is it taking so long to get it? Oh, I forgot. They shut down for a whole day.
Yes. And the guy who makes it, Fred, hurt his leg when he was dancing.
So when's it coming in? December 27th?
December 28th. But I did check, and I pulled my old doorbell off, and I get 12 volts AC. So I don't need the solar.
So did I, and I still couldn't get it to work because I told you about the angle to get in there.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
I know you will. Well, this family right here, during Halloween time, people put out a whole bucket or basket full of like candy for the kids. Yeah. They go trick or treat, and only take one. And so Halloween has come and gone. This family right here has actually put out some snacks. Potato chips, water bottle. I guess they get a lot of deliveries to their location. So these are for like the Amazon drivers, the FedEx drivers, just something to keep them moving and to say thank you. Unfortunately, someone has been stealing these snacks, and they finally caught the culprit on their Ring cameras. Snap. Right here, Dan.
Yeah, snacks left on the porch of an Illinois homeowner, which I am sure for delivery drivers, mailmen, and women, were stolen by an unlikely thief, a squirrel. I say unlikely, but let's be honest, squirrels are the worst. They tease my dogs and make them bark all the time. They eat my deck and they dig holes in my yard.
Eat your what?
Yeah, they eat my deck. Yes, doing that. And they dig holes in the yard. We don't actually have a lot of squirrels in our house.
Okay.
But, squirrels are sneaky and they will do whatever they have to do. They do get in our bird feeders every once in a while.
All right, so here is the squirrel caught on video.
You want to put it on 4?
Yeah, put it on 4, please. So here we go. I'll blow this up. So she's filling it up. Here's the homeowner. They're filling the, you can see their button here. And you can see it's a little thing. It's got bottles of water, some chips.
A squirrel? That's weird. I hope it's not a squirrel. Squirrel?
Some Cheez-Its, little bags. And it has a little sign on it, say thank you. Oh, here he comes, look. He jumps up there. He's looking through the little basket.
He's shopping.
Yeah, I'll take some of these. Here he goes. It's safe. You can hear him grabbing a package. He's looking. Is anyone watching? Nope. Anyone watching? Nope. He's ruffling through. He's got a whole Snickers bar in his mouth. There he goes. Right out the front porch. See you later. That is no ding dong.
Yeah, when we were in California, they had black squirrels, and they looked cool. They were jet black.
Did you leave out watermelon for him?
No, we didn't.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys get back to what you got to do. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening to us, download us. Make sure you go over to prophetradio.com. Fill out the form there if you want some free swag. We got some buttons, some magnets, some stickers for your cars, a whole bunch of good stuff for you. All free to you. All you have to do is fill out the form and make sure you follow us on all your social networks and give us your New Year's prediction. We'll play it on the very last podcast of the year, so get them in early because it's going to fill up. Last year, I think we had almost 50 or 60,000 that came through. I'm kidding.
It's interesting reading them, though. Some of them are hilarious.
Right. On behalf of IT Dan. On behalf of IT Dan, no one can hear a wave, Dan.
Yes. Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for listening.
My name is the Deacon saying goodnight and good night.
Wait! Come back!
The end. The absolute end.
The one time you switch it. I need this for the thumbnail post.
Yes.
For YouTube. Put your finger right in front of your nose. All right. There you go. There.
We had a lot of stories from Illinois today.